It's me. That is Zion. And by the looks of my screen, we're going to talk about something that is extremely important that need to be spoken on within the community, okay? And not just the Israelite community, but for all communities, okay? Because Babylonians, y'all done gotten way besides yourselves. Kai. Now, this is a post I put on my personal social media page, Kai. And I actually want to go through this list, and chop it up, Kai, with some wisdom and some common sense. Something that we all should have, by Yahweh. It's always a blessing to have that, to be able to see things that some people just can't see. All right? So the first we're going to do is go ahead and get on these requirements from this cult with her children. Okay? So the very first thing she put on here is that she want a man that's 6 feet tall. Now, last I ain't gonna check, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too many 6 foot tall men out here, that are faithful. Ain't too many of them, you know what I'm saying? Better Zion would know. She done got ran over by one, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't y'all business. However, I'm just letting y'all know. It ain't that many. Kai. Now, the brother, he could be 6 foot tall and all the well like that, but is he going to treat you like a queen? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to make sure that he stay faithful to you? Because a lot of women want a 6 foot tall man. You know what I'm saying? That's always seems to be the criteria. 6 foot, you got to be 6 foot and doing this and this and this and this. You know what I'm saying? And, that's everybody's, personal preference. However, just be mindful that 6 foot man is also eye candy for some other people too. What's wrong with giving the short king some attention and some love? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with no short king. They be getting trampled on, and I don't like that. I'm short myself. I'm a queen. However, y'all need to stop that whole height difference thing. That don't matter. What matters is how somebody treats you at the end of the day. That's what honestly matters. Kai, if they open the door for you, if they cook for you, if they just go get you nice stuff just because, you know what I'm saying? That's what matters. That whole 6 foot stuff, that don't matter. But let's go ahead and continue. She says 6 figures. 6 figures. Are you making 6 figures? Sometimes you got to ask yourself that. Am I requiring too much from somebody that I don't even have or possess myself that I can help financially put back into somebody's pocket? Can I do that? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself those things. Or are you just out here being a gold digger? Sometimes you got to really sit down and evaluate your financial statement with somebody else's, That way you won't be sitting here talking about, yeah, he got to have 6 figures while you bring your home a $2 job. You know what I'm saying? You can't do stuff like that. That don't make no sense, right? Right. Okay, let's continue. Her point number 3. Pack abs. 6-pack abs, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got no 6-pack abs. Y'all want these daggone Wesley Snipe peoples. Y'all want them. Y'all want these Morris chestnuts and stuff like that. That ain't saved nobody's life. I know a couple of big brothers, a little on the hefty side, and they protect you just as fine. Hell, they protect you the best, to be honest with you. And they ain't got no 6 packs and stuff. Someone walk around here with dad bellies and things like that, and they protect you. You know what I'm saying? Or just if you want somebody that's some eye candy just to be chiseled, so when he out there cutting the grass, he got that shirt off, all that sweat just dropping on all them daggone 6-pack and muscles and stuff like that for you. Just be mindful somebody else over the fence line looking at that man too. Why would you want your man to be lustful or lusted at, Salakia? Why would you want that? Because now you knowing that your man is something that everybody else wants. So now you about to be making yourself crazy in the daggone head. You about to be over here messing around and asking this man so many daggone questions. And the answer is always going to be the same. I love you. I love you. But you don't understand that because you insecure. You insecure. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to watch this man because that man got 6 feet going on for himself. He got 6 figures going on for himself. And he had the nerve to have some 6-pack abs. Baby, that is a daggone recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. It's like if you ain't doing right, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Now let's continue. 6 inches. Now I'm going to assume that's talking about the Johnson. That's what I'm going to assume. Girl, like why does it matter? Why does it matter if the man got the 6 inches on his Johnson and stuff? If he can rock the boat, the title is still wave, you know what I'm saying? It still do it the same way. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Hey, truth be told, you in the dark, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Long as he there and you there and y'all happy, having a nice happy moment and stuff in life, and you can wake up the next day with your wig off your head or your eyelash falling down your cheek, you had a good night, friend. You had a good night. So don't be worried about that 6 inch, 8 inch, 7 inch, 2 inch. That ain't nobody business. That is not going to keep you in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it do keep y'all in a relationship, and then y'all already know those relationships are supposed to have been over with. But y'all just be staying for that. And if you only got that in the relationship, you don't need to stay. But let's continue. No baby mamas. But look at this picture. Don't you got baby daddies? How you gonna tell somebody they can't have no baby mamas and stuff like that? That's because you don't want no daggone, it's not even competition, because some of these daggone men, they had these baby mamas, right? They ain't messing around with these baby mamas. They really not. Not most of them, but some of them maybe. But I'm talking about the ones that really ain't, okay? Now, you want this man not to have no baby mamas and stuff like that so you can be the only queen in his life. And that's that entitlement stuff. That's an entitlement stuff. How you gonna want a man, right, with all these daggone characteristics and stuff like that for you with your, what, 3, 4, 5 kids or better, you know what I'm saying? And you got multiple baby daddies, and then you got 2 on your hip. They look like they under the age of 1 month old. So you got to be looking at that thing like that. Do you really think a man wants to entrap himself in a situation with some kids that are under the age of 1 month old? Because now that make that brother think in his mind that the baby daddy slocking is still amongst the picture, or he going to be amongst the picture, or y'all still got some type of interactions and stuff like that going on because that baby too young. That baby too young. And then secondly, why are you looking for a man with them 2 little kids anyway like that? Why shouldn't you be working things out with the man that you had the babies from? Because, I mean, if I was a guy, I would be thinking that, well, dang, you done pop these babies out. These babies is like 1 month old a piece and stuff. And how you ain't in a relationship still with the daddy? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would be thinking. But let's continue. You want them to be handsome. Okay, yeah, I know how it feels, to wake up to a nice looking man and stuff like that. Fine and well. But you have to ask yourself too, are you beautiful? Are you beautifully attractive with and without the makeup? Have you asked yourself that? Because the way your face looking on this daggone cartoon animation right here stuff, you don't look attractive. You don't look beautiful. No. So why you want to sit here and try to once again base your love off of how somebody looks? That ain't right. That is not right. That's not that y'all should be doing out here in Babylon, but y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all wonder why things be going the way they're going and why other people looking at your man too while you're in the store. You have to pop him up in the back of the head and ask him, why is she looking at you? Girl, you already know why she looking at him. The same reason why you looked at him, the same reason why you wanted him. She lusted. Come on now. Make it make sense. Now you want him to have a Bentley. Girl, why? A Ford Escape ain't good enough? Why you need to have a Bentley? Do you own a Bentley? Ask yourself that. Kind, like, can you drive a Mazda? Like, why? Y'all trying to daggone equate the man's finances now and the man's stability now with how the man is going to treat you and help you in your life. You can't do that. You cannot do that. I done seen plenty of these daggone celebrities that y'all look up to with all this daggone money and stuff like that, and they ain't even helping the mistresses that they with. No, don't do stuff like that. And then you probably got the boys out there on the street and stuff, the ones that be driving the caddy. Shout out to y'all. They'll treat you way better than you wanting the man with a Bentley and stuff. The man with the Bentley, he probably a domestic violence person. You know what I'm saying? He probably knocking y'all upside your daggone head, but y'all okay because y'all riding in the Bentley behind the tent. Can't nobody see them black eyes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop that chase behind this foolish stuff. And then you want them good in the bed. We already done talked about the 6 inches. Girl, if your wig fall off your eyelashes falling down your daggone cheek and you can't touch your toes in the morning to get your socks on, you good. You's good as good, okay? All right, let's continue. Mind reader. What the hell you need a mind reader for? Ain't nobody gonna read your mind. That's where communication comes into place. Kyle, you have to communicate. Can't nobody know when you happy or when you sad. Can't nobody do that. Only y'all. All right? And if they was out there trying to commit some sorcery stuff, trying to learn how to read your mind, That's a recipe for disaster on their end with the Most High Yah. So why you want somebody to read your mind? And if they were knowing what you was thinking, do you really think that you would adhere to the solution that they have for your problem? Probably not. So you got a whole list of contradictions, a whole list that you probably ain't about to fix on your own behalf before you go out here and require and demand it of somebody else so they can be with you. Don't nobody want to be with all them problems. Now look at the Ak over here. He said he just require peace. You see how I say he just require peace, and now the whole daggone reel, the whole video I'm doing right now is over. It's over. The whole conversation is over. It's done. There ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. When you require peace, do you not know that your life will be blessed? You ain't got to be stressed financially. You ain't got to be stressed with nobody else's emotions. You ain't got to be stressed out there at your workplace. You ain't got to deal with nothing. Hell, the dog even here. The dog on the daggone thing looking over at you and your 5 kids looking like you stressed. But you require all this stuff. Why you just can't let that list go and require some peace like this man over here beside you? That way y'all can be peaceful together. And when y'all peaceful together, do you not know everything on there? Well, not everything, but most of that stuff on there that you want is going to come inside that union, because y'all going to build that covenant with the Most High Yah, and everything going to work out on your behalf. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Y'all stop out here asking for all these daggone men and stuff to do all this stuff that y'all ain't willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy. Y'all weird. Pipe down a little bit. Shalom, Berikai.
It ain't nothing ever destined to see. Coming out of Babylon, truly, truly, now. You have to let go, let